in their playbook. What are we doing?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The corners are walked up tight. Trying play action. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the Terrapins will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll run it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Catch in the middle, it's Neal.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Caught near the sticks. It's Casey. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk!
And this is why I love having quarterback that can make plays. I mean, he's so dynamic that I give him the ball in design runs like this, and you got to guard the whole field now. You got to guard everybody because he can still throw it, and he walks into the end zone and gets the big touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a... You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Edwards. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Slips through the line. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Got room at the 35. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Setting up for a first. Looking to move it through the air. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the wheel route, he's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
And the point after is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking for space. It's Hemby. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
First and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Coming after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And the Jayhawks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Kansas! What a catch and run for 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Scanning the field, it's Edwards. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Oh, that's him grabbing air. Turns it on in midfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. No one there to stop him. Except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
2nd and 10 here. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got it set up on the outside. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will keep it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Give to the single back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Off the play fake on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And it's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, and get to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Howard. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Edwards. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Terrapins are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure on the quarterback.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. It's complete.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Running with power. That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Daniels. A big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Takes the handoff. It's Neal. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the toss. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Kansas offense returns to the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Terrapins! The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Terrapins will kick it away to start the second half. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Gets it out quickly. Oh, what a move to get room. He's loose. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Got it. They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Strikes the blow. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Maryland. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 13 to Colorado State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense, for sure.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Leaves it with the back. At the 45, on his way. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And the pummeling has started.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it down the middle.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility, looking deep down the right side. And he reels it in inside the 30. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Off play action on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
All right, back-to-back shots by the offense. Staying aggressive, foot on the pedal. They had a big completion the previous play, so they try to take another one to give the defense credit, forcing the incompletion.
Looking for room. It's Hemby. It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Neal. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Arnold. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Smith. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every hurdle. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run play action. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Ready to try the point after. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Maryland! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Scores for the defense.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
27. Return runs out of bounds.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running to the left. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
No gain on the play. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. 27.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Skinner. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. On the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Caught over the middle. It's Neal. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's Wilson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Alabama is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to ULM. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Lost one deep down the right side. Got it.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. to the air. It's Edwards. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On second down, he'll fire. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking to throw. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to...
Going up top. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Firing to the right, complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
A third and long coming up here. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Terrapins look to keep this drive humming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads it left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't not free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big kickoff and a first down for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On the move, it's Morrison. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Nebraska is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure folks around that program feel that way. Something's up there in Lincoln.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Fires left. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's got his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. He caught it. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking...
They will score! Touchdown, Maryland!
Touchdown, Maryland. Number 85. Catch and score.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking to throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.